We talk about everything, play music in between. Tune in and enjoy Chad's underground scene. Talking music, you know what I mean. Tune in and enjoy Chad's underground scene. Hello, welcome. You are watching Chad's Underground Scene with my special guest today, Larry Hernandez. We are here in the OC.
Yeah, Eldorado Studios.
So we're going to start out with a little song here by Larry from Riot Gun.
All right, can I make a suggestion though? Changing the name of Chad's Underground Scene to Chad's Butcher Block. Full disclaimer, I'm not an acoustic guitar player, so be expecting a lot of butchering.
Or the Butcher Ground Scene.
Yeah. And it's not very lean. Right.
And here we go with Beer and Rumors.
And all we have left are the rumors. Sit right here with my stupid point of view. Buy me a shot and another round of brew. Sit next to me, I might buy one for you. And all we have left are the rumors. The rumors, the fights, another wasted night. And one more drink will solve it all for us tonight. The fights, another wasted night. And one more drink would solve it all for us tonight. Too late now, but I can't hardly wait. Figure it out, but I just can't see straight. Argue it out, but I just won't debate. And all we have left are the rumors. Sit right here with my skip point of view. Buy me a shot and another round of brew. Sit next to me, I might buy one for you. And all we have left are the rumors. The rumors, the fights, another wasted night. And one more drink will solve it all for us tonight. The rumors, the fights, another wasted night. And one more drink will solve it all for us tonight. Left all the rumors.
Nice. I love the ending. I love those type of endings. That's awesome.
It's a little Bruce Springsteen-ish.
Yeah, and brings it right to the all that's left is the rumors. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Love it. So I'm going to play this song here called Don't Want to Be Like That, and everybody's gone through this. Gotta make your own decisions. You gotta see them through. And when they talk about it, all the things you've done and said, don't listen to their bullshit. Get it off your head. Said no, 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 I don't wanna be like that. I said no, 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 I don't wanna be like that. like that. I said, no, 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 no. I don't wanna be like that. I said, no, no, no. I don't wanna be like that. I said, no, 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 no. I don't wanna be like that. I said, no, no, no. I don't wanna be like that. I said, no, 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 no. I don't wanna be like that. Oh no. Awesome. So tell us a little bit about Riot Gun, and then tell us about some of the other bands you've been in.
Riot Gun, we've been around 26 years, and that was a great song, dude.
Oh, thanks.
I love Key of V songs. And well, anyways, Riot Gun, 26 years, started here in Fullerton, California. In the 90s, we used to tour pretty heavily. Everybody from Voodoo Glow Skulls, Face to Face, probably even with one of your bands.
Oh yeah, we've run across each other's paths quite a few times over the years.
And we got actually a brand new album coming out next month called Rock and Rule.
Oh, awesome!
A bunch of new songs. This is spoiler alert. We actually do a cover of Suzanne Vega's Luca.
Oh, nice! I like that. I like that.
But it sounds nothing like Suzanne Vega, and she'll probably kick our asses when she
That's
hears
okay.
it. And then I got another band. We've been around for about 10 years called Broken Patron Saints. It was kind of my excuse to not sing, because in Riot Gun at the time I was singing and playing guitar, and I wanted to start a band where I could just be a noodly guitar player. Started the Saints, and we just came out with an album. It was the beginning of 2020 called it's something Compos Mentis. It's Latin for your crazy mind.
Yeah.
And
I know there's a few other people in that band. You should probably mention some of their names.
yeah, well, it's actually the same people from Riot Gun, but with a different singer. So, we have Matt Bone Marrow on drums. We have Big Jeff Rogers on bass. We got Brad Jacobson on guitar. And I have to mention the kid in Riot Gun, Tim Azatoth, on guitar. And then we have, I don't sing anymore, so we brought in the legendary Pee Wee Martinez, no relation to Pee Wee Herman, but on vocals. And the guy's an amazing vocalist. He came from the band Sorry State, which is a Southern California hardcore staple. So he kind of gave up that hardcore thing for the street punk thing, but it's working out pretty fun. And singer-wise, in the Saints, we're kind of looking for a singer. Our last one kind of went a little Sid Barrett on everyone.
Sweet.
We'll just leave it as that.
Happens.
Yeah,
Well, singers are singers.
with standalone singers.
Yeah, singers are singers, and that's probably why we've sang so long in our bands, because
we have a guitar holding us close to sanity.
That's
as
right.
Close as we can get.
guitar and bass brings you some sanity.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to do a song together. This one everybody probably knows.
Yeah, well, everybody knows it as an Elvis Costello song, but it was originally written by Nick Lowe.
Nick Lowe, yeah.
Brumley Schwartz.
Who is wonderful,
rock band,
and they play a lot of shows together. That's the reason why, because they share songs, and they're just...
and Nick Lowe produced
and they're
the
just
first
amazing,
three
yeah.
Attraction albums.
3 albums, right, yeah. And they're just amazing together. I've seen them together. I've seen them play shows where they're opening for each other, and it's just awesome. Awesome to watch.
All right. So, are we going to say the song, or are we just going to let them guess?
Oh, we'll let them guess. Let me pick up this bass. I'll do a little bass on this one.
All right. So don't kill me. I'm going to butcher the lyrics, but... All right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Myself, oh, love, and understanding. Oh, what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? As I walk through these troubled times, my spirit gets so downhearted. Sometimes I'm strong, and who are the trusted? And where is that harmony, sweet honey? 'Cause each time I feel it slipping away, just makes me wanna cry. What's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Oh, what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Not too shabby. Go for it, Jack.
We are strong and we are trusted and we are warm, sweet harmony. Sometimes I feel I'm slipping away,
Just makes me wanna cry. What's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Oh, what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Oh, what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Yeah.
yeah, what's so funny?
Well, a couple of those chord changes were pretty funny.
Yeah,
But I'm
pretty
glad
nice.
you guys understand.
Pretty nice. We got it. We nailed it. Nailed it.
Yes.
We're not worthy. We're
So
not
let's talk a
worthy.
little bit about clubs, because we've probably been to 1,000 clubs, you and I. I mean, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
just in the
Played at
past
them,
year.
hung out at them,
Yeah.
walked by them, drove by them. Now we're doing a lot of driving by them.
Yeah.
We hope we can get back to actually getting inside that club and playing.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple that are still open for private parties out here in Orange County, like the Doll Hut, the world famous Doll Hut,
Yeah.
as the sign says.
And now it's the world secret doll hut.
Yeah, it's the world secret Doll Hut. I hope I didn't send the spoiler out there, but
That's it, yeah.
I mean, and then back in the days in the LA Hollywood scene, there were great clubs like Cathay de Grand, Raji's, which was a personal favorite of mine. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
I saw
oh,
Wayne
yeah.
County there. I saw Buck Naked and the Bare Bottom Boys. Taff Falco, remember him? He's
Yeah.
every tour. I mean, he could play the whiskey, but he's all, yeah, I'm going to play Raji's. You know,
I
wanna
played
play the
I
place
played
that's
Raji's
supposed to
with Red Hot Chili Peppers
be. Nice.
and their socks.
Why do you point to your feet? You know, they didn't wear them on their feet.
Well,
Yeah, they're soft.
their socks. And
Speaking of which, back in those days, there was this club, LA club. It wasn't a club, but like a social gathering club called the Water Buffaloes, which had the Vandals were part of the original Vandals,
original
not
Vandals,
the teeny
yeah.
pop, whatever Vandals now. And Chili Peppers, Fishbone, Tex and the Horseheads were
Yeah.
part of that. They had that warehouse, and I want to say that was Eagle Rock, and they used to throw the best
yeah,
parties.
Eagle Rock. Yeah, Eagle Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah. I played a lot of bands, a lot of gigs with that band, because I was in a girls band, all girls band except for me, called Love Dog. So they put us with
Oh, I
Tex and the
remember
Horseheads quite a bit.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were a spectacular band. I
were-
don't know why they never got big. They
Yeah, we
just-
we played with them. We played with L7 a bunch, and played with Hole. And the hole that we played with was nothing like the one that's on the record.
Oh yeah, we played with
I
them
don't
a
think
few
they
times.
played on the record.
Yeah, they didn't, because I remember we used to play with them at Coconut Teaser
Yeah.
quite a bit. A lot of great bands played Coconut Teaser. I mean, believe it or not, I used to, back in the, actually it was the mid 80s. I had a band called Flesh Weapon and a band called Sicky Velvet. And the members were Sharon Needles, who went on to be in Betty Blowtorch and Butt Trumpet, and then George Billinger, of course, who was, prior to being in my band, was in the Mighty Christian Death.
No, Christian Death, yeah.
So, you know, but we played all those same, you know, we played with bands that would go on to be Celebrity Skin, and believe it or not, Nicky Beat, the drummer of the Weirdos, was in this little known heavy metal band that got big after they kicked him out called LA Guns. Do you remember when Nicky?
Yeah, LA,
played?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they were playing, you know, Raji's and all the regular punk dives, and then I guess they found real musicians. So let's be metal
Here's
and
the
make
real
money.
musicians to play with us.
Yeah. But then after that, as the club scene was evolving and kind of spreading throughout, I want to say Pomona and Riverside, I had a band called Motorcycho, and we toured.
Oh yeah, I remember Motorcycle.
We toured all over America and Canada with Corrosion of Conformity and Blitz Beer out in New York. Oh, we got to open up for Joan Jett at Variety Arts Center, which, and that particular lineup was great because her backup band was the Babies. Remember how great the Babies were in the 70s? I mean,
I played with the Different Babies a couple of years ago, about 3 years ago. We did an opening slot with Big Mess with the Babies.
Oh.
And
Who's left in that?
There's two of the original guys. It's not they have a different singer, and then they sing some of the songs.
because the singer went on to be, what's his, John Hyatt?
John Waite.
John Waite, yeah.
He went on, and he won't go back and sing with them. He's done with that. But they were still really good. It was fun to watch. It was good stuff. They have good songs.
Yeah, the Babies, great songs. I mean, that whole time period of rock and roll, in my opinion, was awesome. You had Mott the Hoople. You had even the Ian Hunter solo stuff was great, and you know Mick Ronson going back and forth between Mott and David Bowie and producing, you know.
Yeah, and my opinion is if you have a really good song, you're 90% there.
Yeah, that's all about.
All you need is some good musicians and a singer, and you're in.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't even need a singer. You can just sing it yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
A lot of guys did it.
Yeah. All right, so let's hear another one from Larry. Tell us, this song is called $2 Pint, so tell us a little bit about this song.
Yeah, I don't know if you're catching on the theme here, but pretty much half of the Riot Gun catalog is all in praise of beer. I mean, we love beer. We love the activities that go along with beer. You know, we like to hang out with chicks that drink beer. All our friends drink beer. Even our sober friends, they may not drink the beer, but they'll go to watch us have a beer and just have a good time. I mean, beer, in my opinion, all the problems we're having politically in the world could be solved if people just sat down at a table.
Yeah, and just talked, or
beer,
even if they had coffee or anything, you just sit down together and talk reasonably, and without idle threats. Just talk to each other. And,
true.
And enjoy your time together, and then that develops into actually talking about things you can be reasonable about, right?
Yeah, and things that are important, like more beer. Who's buying the next round?
More beer, or more music. More music. So here we go, $2 pints.
Plenty and you know that there's gonna be a fight. It's not the first one, it's not the last one, it's all the ones in between. You gotta know what I mean. 10 o'clock and I'm late, another line to perpetuate, 'cause music is best played loud with $2 pints. My day begins after work, slugging back beers and ignoring the jerks. Who cares if it's wrong, 'cause I know that it tastes so damn right. It's not the first one, it's not the last one, it's all the ones in between. You gotta know what I mean. Tell myself nothing better. Living life means living better. Living it up when I'm with my friends. Tell myself nothing better. Living life means living better. Living it up when I'm with my friends. It's not the last one, it's all the ones in between. You gotta know what I mean. Bottoms up, I say. $2 pints and we're drinking today. Bottoms up, I say. $2 pints and we're drinking today. Well, bottoms up, I say. $2 pints and we're drinking today. Bottoms up, I say. $2 pints and we're drinking today. Living today. Next round of beers on Chad.
All right, so since you like that key, E, I'll do another one that's an E. This song here is called Chelsea Jean, and I wrote this years and years ago when my niece was little. She was like, I don't know.
Let me guess, her name's Chelsea?
Chelsea, yeah, Chelsea
Okay.
Jean.
Look at that.
And yeah, and she was a little, at the time, she was a toddler, maybe a little bit older. She was probably about 6 years old. I wrote this song about her, and most of it came true.
I'd have to pay attention to these lyrics then.
And here we go. This one's called Chelsea Jean. Your heart. She's got a great big smile that'll tear you apart. She's so clean, that Chelsea Jean. She'll look straight in your eyes, make your heart skip a beat. Now you find yourself dancing with 2 left feet. She's so clean, that Chelsea Jean. So clean, that Chelsea Jean. I said she's so mean, that Chelsea Jean. I said don't worry, Daddy, it's gonna be alright. Take it on the guitar. Yeah. Down. She'll keep you on the run, tell you not to worry, that is just for fun. She's so clean, that Chelsea Jean. She's so clean, that Chelsea Jean. She's so mean, that Chelsea Jean. She said, don't worry, Daddy, it's gonna be alright. Take it away, Larry. I said, she's so mean, that Chelsea Jean. I said, she's so clean, that Chelsea Jean. I said, don't worry, Daddy, it's gonna be alright. I said, she's so clean, that Chelsea Jean. I said, she's so mean, that Chelsea Jean. I said, don't worry, Daddy, it's gonna be alright. Yeah, thanks for jumping in. That was awesome.
That's that key V. I love key V.
So let's talk a little bit about some more clubs that we've been to. There's one in Vegas in particular we really
the
like.
Double Down.
In fact, we spent a couple of nights hanging out there at the Double Down.
And a couple mornings.
And a couple mornings in the Double Down, because you may play there at 3 in the morning. Because they don't start playing till 10.
Yeah.
And 10 means 11, and then
Yeah, that's exactly
so on and
it.
so on. And they have bands playing all night. It is awesome. And we were there the last time I saw you there, that we were together. We both played in Vegas during that.
Punk
and
rock
it was
bowling
punk rock
weekend.
bowling. Yeah, punk rock bowling weekend. And we did a lot of hanging out at the Double Down, because that's just a fun place to go.
Don't forget, in downtown, we hung out couple years before the last time we hung out at Evil Knievel's son has that pizza joint bar. Evil
Exactly,
Pie.
yeah,
We were
Evil
playing
Pie.
during punk rock bowling, and Jellaby Afra showed up, and actually a lot of guys, because they were all staying in that,
they were all
that
staying
clown
right there.
motel right
Yeah.
behind. Yeah. So,
The Clown Motel.
Yeah. Like this circus, I don't know what it was. It had a big clown.
Yeah, no, there's a big clown on the front of it. It's like a really cool downgraded hotel.
Yeah, total
All-
50s
yeah.
looking, and
Yeah. And
Natural Born Killers.
And you're
kind
going,
of
shit,
motif.
if I look right, Dean Martin's just going to walk right out of that door.
Yeah, and I remember the pizza was good too. We had the the Snake Canyon pizza,
Yeah.
which they claim is rattlesnake sausage,
Yeah, yeah.
but it tastes like spicy Italian sausage.
Yeah, it's pretty
if you
good,
ask me.
yeah. Evil Pie, that's a good place.
Yeah. A lot of good places. A dive bar in Vegas.
And we spend that whole weekend, or it's a kind of a long weekend. It's
Yeah, okay,
almost
here's
a week.
a funny story. I remember you told me it was at Evil Pie, actually. Like, I guess you need a busking license.
Yeah, I have one. Yeah, for Vegas.
But
yeah.
I don't think you got one that weekend.
No,
You
not
said
that
you
weekend.
couldn't get one.
No.
And you walked in, you bought me a pitcher of beer, and you said, yeah, I just made in a half an hour I made $300.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just
and then I
busking
decided to come in and see you guys, and I'm going to get right back out there and make another $300 some more.
Yeah, busking on Fremont Street
Yeah.
is pretty cool. But
Yeah.
don't forget your license. Just it's a city license, so there's a website you go on there and you print it out and you set it next to you when you're playing, and you can also sign up for certain times to play.
Yeah.
And if there's nobody in a spot, you can sit there till they come. You can play in that
that's
spot,
kinda
and then
cool,
when they
man.
come, they'll kick you off and say, "Hey, I get this at 1 o'clock
But you
or
get
2,
it for
whatever it is."
so you have a set time you do it?
Yeah, most of them are like 2-hour slots
Oh, okay.
that you get the spot.
So potentially,
But if
how
there's
much
nobody
can you
there,
make in 2 hours?
it depends. You can make anywhere from $50, or you can make a few hundred. Yeah, it's depends on who's coming by and how you're doing.
Yeah, I wish I had your drive and ambition.
And some make more. You watch some of these people, and they're doing these crazy acrobatics and different
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
And they're
even-
pushing to get the money, so they're walking around with the buckets, and they can really get people pouring it in. I just stand there with me and a buddy, or just me, and we stand in the circle, and we just play for everybody walking by, and we put the guitar case out there, and then I tell people, take a CD if you want. Right? It's pretty cool.
I remember walking by there maybe an hour after we played. You were still there, and you were actually singling out people walking by. Like
Yeah.
you break into an 80s song, and then they go, all right, they throw it in the bucket.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, what was it?
So this song here isn't 80s. We're going to do one last song together. This one,
1967.
yeah, and then after this song, I'll tell a little story that I have about this.
Okay. All right. You guys figure it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me a ticket for an airplane. Ain't got time for a fast train. Lonely days are gone. I'm going home. My baby wrote me a letter. I don't care how much money I gotta spend. Got to get back to my baby again. Lonely days are gone. I'm going home. Baby wrote me a letter. Wrote me a letter. Couldn't live without me no more. Listen, Mr. Kenji, you got to get back to my baby once more. Anyway, give me a ticket for an aeroplane. Ain't got time to make a fast train. Lonely days are gone. I'm going home. Baby wrote me a letter. Gonna try to read. Well, she wrote me a letter. Couldn't live without me no more. Listen, Mr. Ketchy, tell me back to my baby once more. Anyway, give me a ticket for an aeroplane. Ain't got time to make a fast train. Lonely days are gone. I'm going home. My baby wrote me a letter. I said, lonely days are gone. I'm going home. My baby wrote me a letter. My baby wrote me a letter. My baby, she wrote me a letter. Yeah. Yes. All right, so I have a little story about the person that sang in the band, the Box Tops. That was by the Box Tops. And in the 80s in Orange County, there was a club called Safari Sam. Oh, in Huntington Beach. Very familiar
And
with
a band I was in called Easter, we had a big K-Rock show at that club, Safari Sam's, and we were opening for Alex Chilton.
Nice. Wait, what year was that, Coot? Was that the year
It was
at the Replacements where there was Alex Chilton's band?
no, it was before
Oh,
that.
all right.
It was right before that. So anyway, so it was the weekend of the Orange County riots in Huntington Beach, and
Can we say the annual Huntington Beach Orange County riots?
so anyway, so we played the show, and then the riot happened right outside. So we were done with the show. We're loading, and people are going, there's like a riot going on. They're turning over police cars, and we're like, what? That's crazy. And we go out there and we just see all this stuff going on. There's people running off, they're throwing fireworks and making a big ruckus, and we're sitting there going, man, we played with Alex Chilton. There's a riot. This is friggin' amazing. This is crazy stuff. So the next day, I pick up the newspaper and it says, punk band Easter starts riot in Huntington Beach.
Unbeknownst to you guys, 'cause
And
you're
unbeknownst
rocking
to us,
inside.
yeah, they go, Band Easter and Alex Chilton started the riot, and they blamed it on the club. They blamed it on our bands for starting this riot in Huntington Beach that happened
It was
while we were in the
80s.
club.
Punk rock was responsible for everything
Yeah,
bad.
they just had to figure out who it was, and they did, and
Yeah.
it was us.
Well, you know what they always say, bad press is still press. So
But what an amazing night. Alex Chilton was great, and he played this song, and nobody can do it justice because he's
his
so
voice. And then think about it,
amazing.
When the Box Tops first released that song, he was a 16-year-old kid.
Oh yeah, 16 years old.
You know,
Yeah.
and then and a bunch of those Box Top recordings, and even with Big Star, he was able to secure the Memphis horns to do stuff, which you think about all the Stax Records hits had the Memphis horns, and then get the shaggy head little kid out of Memphis with the voice of a 60-year-old man.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Having that's like a dream come true.
And when we played with him, he still had that voice. It was just amazing.
He had to grow in.
Yeah, give me a ticket for an airplane, and he had that little swing head thing that was
But if you think about it, bands like Cheap Trick, I don't think would be here if it wasn't for Alex Chilton doing his stuff with Big Star. That was basically the Cheap Trick sound before Cheap Trick was.
And like you said, Replacements, all these bands over the years go back and they give him credit for rock and roll because he was true rock and roll, and he was a punk rocker all the way.
He was.
He didn't worry about.
Kid. He was doing it as a kid, we were. I mean, my first band, I was 14 when I started it, and I'm pretty sure you were that young, if not younger.
Oh yeah.
But, yeah. Well, I'm going to flip it a little bit. I'm going to start asking this guy questions.
Okay, here we go.
So, when you started your musical career, what city, what region was it? Was it always in L.A.? Was it?
I was in.
Because I know Easter was kind of a mixture of Orange County, L.A., and Inland Empire.
Yeah, when I started, I was in Torrance.
Okay.
So I was South Bay, and
that's where I was born. Actually,
yeah.
I was actually born in Wilmington.
There you go. So you're my neighbor.
On December. So I have 2 birth certificates. A month later, they rezoned it. So Wilmington General was actually in Wilmington.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then in January, it became part of Torrance.
Yeah, moved to Torrance. Right.
So they gave me, I have 2 birth certificates in Wilmington and General.
And
but
now
they're
it's Harvard
stamped
General.
Yeah. Oh, is it? Okay. But they tore down the original building.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. So you started in Torrance.
So it was awesome. Yeah, so I started in Torrance, and I started out, it was in high school, right? So we played parties and different stuff, and I like to do some punk rock, so I had some punk rock. But then when I was doing my original band, it wasn't so punk. And I did a lot of parties and different stuff like that, and then we would play. Somebody would say, "Hey, let's go to this location, and we'll go play over there and plug our stuff in," and we'd go to a parking lot or something and invite friends over because we were kids, right? You can't go to a club, you can't do any of that
or
unless we snuck in the back, and I did. I got a fake ID and I went to the Sweetwater and some other different clubs. Yeah. and there was a vibrant scene in South Bay.
Oh, there was.
So we had a band called LAX that came out of the South Bay. We had a band called the Twisters that did really well out of the South Bay, and a couple guys from Oingo Boingo are from the South Bay. They went to Torrance high schools. And,
oh, no shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And so in that scene, in fact, Oingo Boingo played my high school. They played at South Torrance High School. And when I watched them, I was like, I like that. I think that's something I want to do.
Yeah, I remember when that first EP came out, I go, this is groundbreaking stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, because I'd never heard anything that complicated, but yet so raw on the radio. It wasn't progressive, it wasn't punk, it wasn't, but it was progressive and it was punk, but it wasn't, you know?
So around the same time, LAX played at my high school, and they had a friend of mine was in the band, Corky, and he later comes to me and he goes, "Hey, I started this new project. I'm playing with these guys Easter, and they're looking for a bass player. Did you want to try out for them?" I told them you'd be perfect to get into the band. It's brand new. We're coming up with songs, and it's a bunch of punk guys, and we're trying to get a little bit out of the punk, a little bit to something more that we just like. It's still super punk, but it's not the thrash punk and it's not the gang punk stuff. So we started Easter. So I joined the band. I tried out, and they go, "Wow, we really like you." And immediately we started putting it together and started playing shows.
And then after that, it just built into where
So
we were
let
playing.
me ask you, on that video that MTV aired 2 or 3 times, you guys all had perfect hair. Did you have a hairdresser for the video?
Oh yeah, we had it all. Yeah.
Yeah, even like when my band got on MTV, that we had one video for, what was it, 120 minutes, and one for Headbangers Ball.
Yeah. Mhm.
And the record label got a hair. Well, your hair looks too greasy. Let's add more body to it. And there was like a broad that would come on there and just like, I don't know what magic she did, make it look like we had full heads of hair.
Yeah. And then it was awesome because right before that, we were looking for a guitar player so we could make it, because we were playing a lot of 3-piece. Our original guitar player ran into some drug problems, and then he quit the band. He said, I don't want to hold you guys back. I'm going to move on and try to sober up, and you need to get another guitar player. So at the same time we're looking around, Mike Ness was hanging out with us, and he goes, I could be your guitar player. I'm not doing anything right now, and I'm trying to sober up. And he goes, and you look like a band that I could do that in, because you guys aren't doing, you're not like big drug guys, and you don't even seem like you drink a lot. And he was right. There was not, it was we drank some beer and partied, but we didn't have any drug problems or drinking problems. And he joined us and played with us for several years, and it was right about the time we were making the video. So he's in our video, Lights Out in Lawndale.
Yeah.
He's the guitar player in the band with us there, and then he played with us for about 3 years until he was ready to move back to Social Distortion, and his manager came in and said, "Hey, that you're done with Easter. It's no more associated with them because we're going to push the Social Distortion thing." And he went on, and he's been sober ever since. It's awesome.
Yeah,
he's done really well. He's put a bunch of records out, and he's done really well. It's
He's
awesome.
an avid collector of Gibson guitars.
Oh yes, yes.
Which could be a whole nother episode of
Yeah.
the show.
Oh, yeah.
It's all about
Yeah.
guitars, because this is about a quarter of my arsenal over there, and I got even more in my garage and my front room, and so.
Awesome. So we will wrap up the show now. Thanks for the great questions.
Well, thanks for having me on here.
So first, tell us how to get a hold of your music and how to get a hold of finding out when you're going to be playing, your schedule.
I guess there's the Facebook thing. I don't know, facebook.com/riotgun, or you could go to riotgun.com or riotgun.net. Those who have Friendster and MySpace, I think those sites are still up somewhere. Or, you can find us anywhere.
So awesome.
Just look for Riot Gun, and that'll link you to Broken Patron Saints. And we got a new project coming up with a girl singer called Midnight Bowlers, which is in the works.
Oh, sweet.
We're going to be trying out a saxophone player next week. So,
Sweet.
so keeping my fingers crossed that.
So you can get me at bigmessband.com or chadcarrieracoustic.com or Chad Carrier Acoustic on any platform. I'm probably there.
All right.
And then if you want to buy any merch, it's lordcashpockets.com. So I'd like to thank everybody for coming out to see Chad's Underground Scene and Larry Hernandez of Riot Gun.
Thanks for having me.
And just remember, it all starts with the underground.
Yes.
Peace.
We talk about everything, play music in between.